Hi guys, we're back here again with about Javion Magee in Vance County. I'm just here to just say, like, who did this to this young man? Because he didn't do it to himself, and it's been some corruption going on in Vance County with the law enforcement and everything. So today we're taking it back to Vance County about Javion Magee, and I'm gonna show a few clips about this town. Like, this is ridiculous. Now, allegedly, he was pulled over by the police before this incident happened. Why the news isn't talking about this? This is a clip that I pulled off of TikTok of someone stating some information about Vance County. Take a look.
So I got some disturbing details about this mysterious hanging of a young black truck driver in North Carolina. And I'm trying to stay as calm as possible, but I'm gonna say this, and I want everyone in this country to understand one thing. If we don't clean house on this one, this is terrible for our country. First thing, the truck driver that they're saying went to Walmart, indeed did go to Walmart to deliver his load. Okay? He delivered a load with he's a truck driver. Before he delivered that load, or on his way into town, he was pulled over by the police department. Okay? Now, so let's get the part where he walked into a store and bought a rope and he strung himself up out of here. The police department, he had a run-in with the law. And the part that's angering me right now is I'm getting word, and I hope this is not true, is that in that police department are members of the Triple K. Now, this is unacceptable in America in 2024 to knowingly have members of the Triple K in the police department. So it's not what do you call it? This could happen. He runs in with the law. The law doesn't like the way the interaction went. They find him at a truck stop and allegedly, this is my thoughts, allegedly staged this. If what I'm hearing is true, that in that police department, and the FBI, whoever's on it, you guys better get to the bottom of this very, very quickly. If the Triple K is in there, we got a problem.
I'm gonna just be honest. If that is true, we don't stand a chance. This is very, very disturbing, guys. I mean, very disturbing. But keep watching. I have some other clips that I've went and digged up about this county, so continue to watch.
Vance County leaders tell WRAL 3 sheriff's deputies received raises from the county while they're out on leave facing criminal charges. WRAL's Kenyon Willard shows us why the Vance County sheriff says he feels the men deserve it.
Papers from here in the Vance County Administration Building show deputies Staten, Pittman, and Patel all got at least one pay raise, and 2 of them got a second pay bump as well. It comes as the 3 of them are out facing embezzlement charges, and some in the community say that sends the wrong message.
New tonight, Vance Sheriff Curtis Brame is defending 3 of his deputies. It comes as Stephen Staten, Parav Patel, and Mitch Pittman are facing some criticism for getting pay increases in the past year.
Still full-time employees, so why would they?
Pastor John Miles says this is why. All 3 of the deputies have been suspended with pay since as far back as November 2020, indicted on charges of embezzlement and conspiracy involving the seizure of a suspected drug dealer's car earlier that year. The Vance County manager confirmed to WRAL today that during their absence, Pittman, Patel, and Staten got a 4% cost of living raise given to all county employees last July. He also says Pittman and Staten received an additional $500 raise as part of a hiring incentive in the department.
That's a smack in the face of the citizens of Vance County. They continue getting paid by the taxpayer money of citizens of Vance County. And that's been disturbing.
Miles says he feels until the 3 deputies are cleared of wrongdoing, they should have been suspended without pay.
It's a bad message, and it's bad leadership of Curtis Brain as the sheriff of Vance County to continue paying these guys.
The sheriff disagrees.
I support the officers. And my position is a person is innocent until proven guilty.
Sheriff Brame says he's not sure when the 3 men will go to trial, but they're eager to have their day in court. He also tells us that an internal investigation from his office supports their case.
I have evidence to contradict what the district attorney done, and you know that there's a gag order, and I cannot talk about that.
Keenan Willard, WRAL News, Vance County.
Vance County deputies on the other side of the law today, and they have all surrendered. Now they're charged with embezzlement and conspiracy in an illegal seizure case. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Gerald Owens.
And I'm Lena Tillett. This is a story you will only see on WRAL. WRAL Investigates. Cullen Browder was there today as the deputies surrendered to the SBI here in Raleigh. Cullen joins us live from the Wake County Detention Center with the origin of these charges. Cullen?
So, Lena, this case really goes beyond the illegal seizure of a suspect's vehicle. It spiraled into an alleged cover-up. Court records show that these deputies were warned about their actions but did not stop, and as a result, they turned themselves into the SBI right here this morning. Instead of taking suspects to face a magistrate, 3 Vance County Sheriff's deputies were the suspects. Their attorneys first tried to bar our cameras from the detention center, then attempted to block our view. Steve Staten, a former SBI agent and second in command for the Vance County Sheriff, along with deputies Parav Patel and Mitch Pittman, all face embezzlement by government employees, title fraud, and obstruction of justice charges. Indictments relate to illegal seizure of a 2007 Cadillac similar to this one last year. Court records show a drug suspect was stopped in the car. The deputies are accused of bypassing the courts, intimidating the suspect's aunt and a Virginia car dealer to give up ownership and transfer title to the sheriff's office. Despite guidance from Homeland Security that the case didn't meet criteria for seizure, investigators say those deputies persisted. Pittman already faced extortion charges from last fall. Patel's attorney offered this statement about the case.
Justice will be served. Far too often, the criminal justice system is used to oppress. We're going to be using the criminal justice system to liberate. There needs to be a change. We're going to start that change right now. No more comments.
He offered no further explanation what he meant. Waiting on comment from Vance County Sheriff Curtis Brame about this case and on the status of these particular deputies. They bonded out on unsecured bond earlier, I should say, this afternoon. Lena.
Cullen Browder live at the Wake County Detention Center. Thank you.
Body-worn cameras, been around for years, so you may expect police in your area to be wearing them. However, as WRAL Investigates discovered, that is not necessarily the case. The sheriff's offices in the 3 largest counties in the viewing area are still without them. WRAL's Durham reporter Sarah Kruger live at the Durham Sheriff's Office to tell us what she found. Sarah?
David, a couple weeks ago, I was talking with someone here at the sheriff's office, and the topic of body cameras came up and how they still do not have them here. That prompted me to reach out to dozens of other local law enforcement agencies, and what I found was surprising.
Durham, Wake, and Cumberland, 3 of the biggest sheriff's offices in the state, and none has deployed body cameras.
Does it surprise you that a place as large as Durham, that the Durham County Sheriff's Office still doesn't have body cameras?
Yes, would be the short answer.
Mike Andrews was the sheriff in Durham from 2012 through 2018.
I think that the officers being outfitted with any type of recording device will assist them in doing their job and keep them safe from complaints that come in.
Wake expects to have cameras out in about a month. In Durham in early 2022. Cumberland only just got funding. I spent hours contacting these 28 law enforcement agencies. The majority do have cameras. The only ones that told me they do not are Henderson Police and the sheriff's offices in Johnston, Robeson, Vance, Cumberland, Durham, and Wake.
It's surprising in that, body cameras have been around for over 10 years now.
Hunter Bomey is a professor at North Carolina Central University who studies body cameras. He says cost is likely the limiting factor.
Do you think that every officer, deputy in North Carolina should be wearing a body camera?
Yeah, if all the funds are there, absolutely.
And looking through the documents for the various offices and departments in my research today, I found that certainly these body cameras can be expensive, as much as around $1,000 each. Now, here in Durham, county commissioners approved funding for the cameras here, more than $1 million in April. David.
Sarah Kruger in a very live and active Durham. Sarah, thanks.
Tonight, it's the video capturing a stroll down a North Carolina school hallway ending in an alleged assault. A school resource officer caught body slamming an 11-year-old boy to the ground, not once, but twice.
As a school system, as an administrator, as a district, we're disappointed. As a community, we're embarrassed.
The surveillance video not capturing audio, but giving the department enough evidence to fire the officer.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
The boy's grandfather says the impact of the body slam left the 11-year-old temporarily unconscious and stresses firing the officer isn't enough.
I'll ask him a simple question. Do you have children? Would you like me to grab your son and throw your son against the wall and slam your son head first on a hard concrete? He could have killed my grandson.
The incident, the latest in a string of assaults on students by school staff, just last month in Florida.
It's embarrassing, okay?
Video caught a deputy grabbing a 15-year-old girl, later taking her down. The officer charged with child abuse. Justice this boy's family is now fighting for.
We asked if he be charged with everything they can charge him with.
And tonight, that officer in North Carolina faces a misdemeanor at minimum with potential jail time. And if that boy has lasting injuries, a more serious charge could come.
Javion gets justice, because all of this is unacceptable. That sheriff needs to be removed, because it seems like he's upholding all the wrongdoing in that county. Up under his leadership, everything is just all over the place. This boy didn't do this. This young man, I'm going to say young man, didn't do this to himself. Someone did this. And if it's not in the police force, someone in that county did it. And it's being covered up. And possibly the sheriff and other police know what happened. Because I'm sure this can't be the first time. Let's pray for justice for Javion.